Alright, that's the top of the hour. So, it's time for PowerWash Simulator 2. Now, I have run the game a little just to make sure it works, done some audio balancing. Hopefully it will be balanced well for the stream. The game is generally quite quiet, but we have had the people in chat mentioning the kittens. We've got kittens around. We've got Squeak, who gets a pat. We've got Bubbles, who gets a pat. Oh, look at the kitty, rolling over like that. And we've got Ulysses. Yes, Ulysses is a big boy. I think those three are the only cats we have around. We've got quite a bit of a home base. Like, quite a home base. Our van. There's a whole world out here. Unfortunately, I can't go beyond this line. How far this way? Okay, that's the limit. So we can only really stay within our operations areas. There's also a vending machine here. Power washing liquid. What? Washing liquid Pro, Ultra, and Light. Sure. There's mailbox as well. Hang on, can we ring the doorbell? No. I wasn't expecting to, but I had to check anyway. So we've got our own base of operations. As we play, I think we will unlock furniture that we can place around. We've also got some news articles from events that happened in the first game. Like aliens showing up. It is probably soap, yeah, Mel. Also, sub-article, Garden Gnome Mystery eludes experts. Where do they come from? Where do they come from? We can actually look at the articles, but it's very brief ones. Also, gnome. Hiding behind the door. Who knows where they come from? Anyway, this is our mission map. We are going to have a few missions that show up here. I think this is a mission. Removals van. It looks like we don't have any others right now. So we're starting in Muckingham, as is the way. There is also Power Falls, Pumpton, Detergento, Washingham, Fumarole, Mount Rushless, Sponge Valley, Bucketon, Lubra City, Sparkleton, and the Muaka Aitu Desert. Anyway, let's get started on cleaning this removals van. And it's our good old friend Harper. Great news! You're fully moved in, and the removals van's moved to the wash bay, awaiting your expertise. Don't think the van should prove too much trouble, despite you having to sell off most of your equipment. I know we got a bit carried away at the auction, but trust me, there's so much more potential in this place. Oh, and Jess says not to worry about paying for the van hire. In fact, she'll pay you. But, so this is how they explain having none of the equipment that we had in the first game. We sold it all so that we could buy a home base. Now then, what we do have is currently the full set of nozzle sizes. So we've got small, 2 medium, and then the large. We also have an extender for short distance extension, and we've got the Urban X. Now, no, we can't have a look at it. You'll notice if we point at a cat, they put the power washer away. We do not spray the cats. Hello, Ulysses. The Urban X, actually, I wonder if I can... Yeah, I can sort of show it. Washer equipment. Here we go. So we've got the Prime Vista. Provides a great entry-level washing experience. We also have an Urban X. Provides power comparable to the medium-duty washers of its competitors, but at a cost to the area of effect. Yes, power washers are in fact dangerous, yes. So, just get that tutorial off the screen. We've got tutorials on the screen, so I'm just quickly going through those to clear them out. Change washer. Yep. Change nozzles. So there is a soap nozzle, I think. Change extensions. Highlight dirt. It's on Q. Okay. Free aim. Yes. Task list. I can't. Okay. You have to press escape to close this, apparently. Pressing tab again just flickers it. That's probably an error. Anyway. Yes, so this is the soap. Now, there has been some change to the soap for number 2. Firstly, you'll see... Actually, I don't know quite what's going on. On the right, we have the amount of soap in here, but it's ticking down and I don't know why, even when I'm not spraying. So I don't really know what's going on with that. Maybe that's not the amount of soap, maybe it's something else. Anyway, so we can just sort of bathe this thing in soap. And then... I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay. So, now that we have sprayed soap all over everything, it all comes off very quickly. So, they've reworked the soap a bit. Yeah, they've done some nice graphics on how it drips. They've reworked the soap a bit so that it's not as pointless as it was in the first... Hang on. No, I just need to get used to Q being the button I use to scan. So, first game, soap was useless, really. Like, I did not use it at all, because it was a consumable that didn't make that much of a difference. Now, though, it seems like it is actually... it seems like it may just replenish itself. I'll have to learn that as we go. Yeah, like, you'd run out of soap and you'd have to buy more. I think this... Either it'll be replenished when we start another job, or it's just going to regen. Oh, Harper says something. Just having a quick nose round your new crib. It's even bigger than I remember, and it's gone. How do I... How do I... There it is. Wait. There was more dialogue here. Huh? Well. Can switch to classic mode for the buttons. I probably will do that, I think. Classic? Why have you switched to a controller? Hang on. I have a controller plugged in. I'm unplugging it. Please let me switch back to keyboard. Okay, there we go. Okay. I had a controller plugged in because I tend to use a controller for Metroidvanias. Okay. It is now tab to highlight dirt. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yes. Okay. That was going to cause me problems. Okay. Yeah, so see, when I switch to the thing, it starts charging up. But does it charge all the way up? Or... It's... Okay. It seems like it charges all the way. So soap is definitely of much greater value. And it's coming off... It's coming off automatically here. Which I guess means this part that I just tried to soap is clean. But the grill is not clean. Ah, I will have, yeah, missed the side of it. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So soap automatically comes off of areas that are clean. So you can tell where you need to actually wash. That alone is a great value. Eh. Get the underside of everything. You know what? Let's just coat this entire thing in soap. Just everything shall be soap. It's all soap. Now, I don't quite have the range, huh? Does this have any better? Yes, unless... Yeah, okay. I had the extension on the other one, so this one just has better range, even with the soap. Clean. Get that corner. This is pretty much going to be my main method, I think. Just soap everything. Because if I can get more soap for free, oh my god, even the inside of the truck is filthy. How? Amy, hello, hello. We are indeed power washing. How you do? Okay. We've covered the entire side of the truck. There's the inside as well. That's a lot. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, we ran out. Hang on, if we... Okay, it's not recharging. Ah! 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 I imagine the soap will recharge after a little while, So, like, now we go and hose everything down. And then once we're back to it, the soap will have recharged, maybe? Tire is still dirty, probably this edge, yes. You got your first tattoos. Ooh. What did you get tattoos of? Like, is it something that just looks fancy or, like, is meaningful to you? Also, hopefully the dings are not too loud. If they are, let me know, because there is a dedicated ding volume slider. That's right, there is a volume slider for the dings. Audio... ding volume. I love that they've got all these volume options and ding. Some designs from the Honkai series. Okay. I know of 2 games in the Honkai series. I've only played Star Rail. Going to start putting the word out for you everywhere I go. Trust me, you're going to get jobs coming in from all over. Hell yes. Let me up. We do indeed know how good Harper's business work is. Harper got us pretty much every job in the original game. Ding, 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 ding. There's a spot that I hadn't soaped. Criminal. Okay, get that edge done. Ba-da-ba. Two from Honkai 2 or Gun Girls Z, as it was called in English. What the fuck is that name? And one from Honkai Impact 3rd. Okay. But really, what the fuck is that name? Gun Girls Z? Huh? That's some concerning lack of naming sense they've got there. Wash. Wash. Some in this little gap. There we go. Okay. Is the soap back? Hell yes it is. Soap everything. It's all goopy. Drips everywhere. Yeah, I can't imagine getting a tattoo myself. I am a fragile boy. I cannot deal with pain. So the idea of getting tattoos is intimidating. Also just like, I don't know what I would put on me. There's nothing that important that I would want it tattooed onto me. Did I get this side? Yes. Oh my god. Okay, the soap also highlights when I highlight things. That is actually good, because if you were in a white room, you may not be able to tell what's soap and what isn't. I would not do that, Mel, no. Hang on, just quick check of chat. They like to put Z and re in all sorts of things, yeah. With fibromyalgia, or myalgia, making the nerves get angry so easily. Yeah, that would make tattoos a massive problem for you. Like, you cannot do like painkillers either, because it's, if I remember rightly, there's something about painkillers being a blood thinning agent, and having your blood thinned when you have tattoos done is very bad. Oh, we're out of soap again. Does this one have soap? No. Okay, our soap reserves are shared between the two things. Big nozzle. Now, soap isn't really needed right now because all of this dirt just comes off easily anyway. But it's fun. It's all goopy. Oh, there's a chat room for the entirety of Muckingham. Caldera County's premium power washer is back up and running. So if your grubby house brings stink eye from the neighbours, or every trip in the car feels like a walk of shame, hit us up. And we've already got someone looking for work, or for us to work for them. I don't understand why this is the top section also part of this? I think so? Yes, okay, that explains why it wasn't done. Myalgia sort of sound. Okay. You want... Good thing about this game, I can sort of just like wave my mouse around while I look at chat. Decided you wanted something for each of your favourite series. It can be painful, especially where you get it, since different body parts have different pain thresholds. Yeah, one of my co-workers is getting his basically entire body tattooed. He has said that the sternum was the most painful so far. So that's a thing. Library basically makes your skin have extra small nerves that are always hyperactive. Oh my god. And hyperactive central nervous system interprets normal things as pain. Yeah, that would be extremely unpleasant. Like, things that are actually pain would be extremely pain. Okay, inside of the truck is done. I think we've just got up top to do now. Can I just... yeah. No. Okay, we have to actually use the ladder. So... soap. Kitty tats. I mean, honestly, yeah, if I was going to get tattoos of anything, it would probably be my pets. Like, they're the only things that really matter to me that much. I still don't think I could see myself ever getting tattoos, though. Just, I would not be able to deal with it. I don't even have anything special going on like Sun. I'm just a wuss. What have I missed? Wing mirror and roller shutter rail. Wing mirror. There we go. What? Is this wing mirror also? Oh yes. We're getting little things popping up on the screen to direct me to where I want to be. There we go. Job complete. Is this Muckingham's premier power washer? Rinse and repeat? Greetings from Detergento, where we need you to cleanse an unexpected discovery. Okay. Oh god. the soap just... like... it... it moves. PowerWash limited. Wishy Jess is enthralled by her sparkling removals van. She says she'll give you first dibs on any furniture that she comes across, so keep an eye out for any new items appearing in the shop. It's all pre-restoration stuff, so pretty dirty, but I'm sure you're okay with that. Told you it'd all come together. So we gained 60 PowerWash points and 200 cash earnings. Also, yes, meow, hang on. Hello, Ulysses, have pats. Have pats for Ulysses. Okay, now, how do I... Okay, tab lets me go back. So, the public facility. Welcome to the town of Detergento, where the past meets the future to manifest a present that we can all live with. A thing happened to us yesterday when I asked my colleague to go to do a deep dive inventory of our public facilities. We found schematics for a revolutionary convenience installed in 2003, but then almost immediately forgotten about and assumed to be a bench. The whole thing is just pure Detergento. Okay, even if you did assume this thing was just a bench, why is it the only thing here that is filthy? This is labelled as roof, so I feel like this is going to, like, pop out. Oh god, okay. Now we start needing soap. Because this is not just coming off. Also, how do you assume this is just a bench when it's clearly got, like, visuals moving in it that say open? Okay, let's get this. Yeah, there we go. Should be a nice quick job, eh? I feel like it won't be. I feel like this is going to lift up and there's going to be a whole lot underneath. Though it has... I have got the thing in the top left showing that there's only a few things left to do. Why does it have to be so cold? Why does it have to be so hot, Mel? I'm melting. I'm melting. Freezing and it's not winter. Yeah. I've got a couple of months left before summer. Currently, it's not the worst ever. It will soon be, though. As Australia approaches summer, it turns into just a pile of fire, basically. Like, you might as well just melt. Australian summers are unpleasant. Like, they're not... The temperature doesn't get that much higher than Canada does, I think. Like, our highs are generally, like, high 30s in Celsius. Which I think I've heard Canada can do the same. Surprise! I'm jumping on. Oh boy, there's a lot more. Okay. Well, soap time. Yeah. Yeah, 40 up. Highs of around 40 Celsius is hell. But at the same time, Australia also gets, like, massive humidity. Any wind that does come up is even hotter than the still air. It's just unpleasant. So summer sucks, and unfortunately, we have 3 summers, basically. Like, we have winter, and then we have summer, slightly less hot summer, and also slightly less hot summer, which sit either side of the actual summer. So that's fun. Fun times for us. I can hear the soap bubbling. There's a lot of room to be more efficient with this than I am being. But I don't really care. We aren't here to be efficient, we're just here to hang out for a bit, really. And while we do, we achieve some cleanliness. There we go, soap ran out. That's a way of phrasing it, son. It sensed it was clean and got excited. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, Vicky. PowerWash services were camped out here in the middle of nowhere, and in one heap of filthy trouble. Why do you want me to come clean your place in the middle of nowhere? Can you not, like, finish camping and then come back to civilization where I can do the job for you without having to travel a million miles? Like, that sounds... Hang on. This is a bathroom? Read that his attitude was like, what does Sun now have a temper tantrum every now and again? Altitude and humidity make a huge difference in how temperatures feel. Yeah. A lot of Australia is basically sea level. But the humidity is killer. Mostly because we literally live on the ocean. Like, there are extremely few people in Australia who will be living anywhere that isn't the ocean. Okay, as for Mel's question, turn the mind away from clean, think dirty, what does the soap look like? Jizz. Absolutely, sure. Dings. Dings for days. Also, I kind of hate that this is a bathroom. Because the fact that it is a building you go into that can retract into the ground raises concerns. Designed by local visionary Nadia Vonnegut, the pop-up restroom was designed to only appear when needed. Relying on state-of-the-art camera systems and kinetic motion sensors buried deep within the sidewalk, it would detect from the gait of passers-by when relief was required and pop up in the nick of time. Oftentimes it knew even before they did. What? Okay, cool. Good space to hide when a tornado hits. I mean, that's something I never consider. Tornadoes aren't really an issue for me. Like, there was actually one kind of close recently. Like, the entire eastern side of Australia had an issue with it, basically. But it's pretty rare for them to actually be a problem. Sun's got a point. The Amazon employee bathroom forces you to take a break. Yeah, I feel like this... I don't actually know where this game is meant to be set. Like, it's a very fictional place. We're going to have to go back to the hub, or the base, after this mission, because I do think... I think I saw one of the news articles, I think showed, like, said the word Canada. So, I think Canada's a place, and this may be in Canada. Like, it would make more sense if it has its own world. Yeah, you can see the green from the moss and mold flecking off. Like, it would make more sense if it has its own world. But I think I read the word Canada somewhere. Lovely. It opened as soon as we were done. Flush sensor. Flush sensor. So it's not even a button, you just wave your hand in front of it and it flushes. That's something I would approve of. Immense approval for never having to touch a single thing. Like, public bathrooms are nasty. Just... The ideal is to never be in a public bathroom, and if you have to, then to never have to touch anything. Yeah, that's a point, Mel. Start repeatedly flushing on its own if it's a crappy sensor. Crappy. Puns. Also, to kind of go along with the joke Mel made earlier, someone really needed this bathroom, but it is not what it was meant to be used for. Can lower the changing table, which is this thing. We will lower the changing table later, once I have actually washed below it, because it's going to get in the way otherwise. Our soap is lasting a really long time here. Yeah, they took the feedback from the first game and they made soap not worthless. That's for sure. There we go. Now we have run out. And now we just blast it away. Heard the fire chief's dog has gone missing. Oh no. Oh no. Not the dogs. Am I next? Panic over, the fire chief just left the back gate open. Vulcan's home now. Okay. Okay. All the cats went missing in the first game, so I thought the dogs were going to be next, and that's bad news for me. You've had them flush so violently and continuously it was spraying you. I think that's called a bidet, son. Like, that's called a bidet. Peak anxiety into overstim mode went horrible and made it worse with the thing that was an overly sensitive scanner. That's unfortunate. They could be designed for that, son. I don't think they should be, but they could. Just wash your legs while it's at it. Clearly the revolution of the future, though, is to just have your entire body be hosed down. People are filthy animals, they need no say in it, just hose them down. Someone's only gone and added a restroom extension below the grubby open bench on Equinox Boulevard. The grubby open bench. Oh god, so my point earlier of it having an open sign on it, maybe keying them in that it's not just a bench, has been thwarted by them thinking it was a bench that just had an open sign on it. There's a moth? I think that was a butterfly, Mel. I think. Lower the table. So, get that edge. Come on, there we go. I didn't mean to be standing here, but I am now. Also of note, this is a handicap, the handicap accessible bathroom. Like with the hand railings. Except, why is this, why is it so far away? The toilet paper is so far away. Why? Why? Come on. Get it clean. Oh, there we go. I was wondering why the unit itself wasn't done. Okay, soap. We've got some soap back. Because it's also ableist. It is handicap accessible. It's handicap accessible, but also ableist. Hot air hand dryer. Hot hair. Mel is very excited for soap. And roof. We're almost there. Unless it has a third layer, yeah, I guess a third layer. Like it just lifts up even further. Okay. Cruise it down. Ding. Next it closes you in and becomes an escape room. That would honestly be horrifying though. Like, I would be nervous about using something like this because of the risk of, like, what if it closes and just retracts into the floor while I'm in it? Just like, Okay, grab rail? Which grab rail? This grab rail. Where is this grab rail dirty? Oh, there we go. There we go. The air conditioning unit. Oh, I didn't even realise there was still soap on this thing. Top. The camera freaks out. Oh. Yep. And in a wall. This wall. Ta-da! The grotty open bench. Hell yeah. Hang on. Time to look at chat. Designed to be handicap accessible without consulting handicapped people just for the virtue of signaling points. Yeah. Has anyone in chat seen or heard of Twisted Wonderland? That sounds familiar to me as well, but I don't think I know it. Unless it's a Disney game in Japanese. Oh, okay. Oh. I think I've used Scar from that as a face claim for a roleplay website. Like, if it's what I'm thinking of, son, it's the source that Sable's face claim came from. His name is Leona, get it right. I mean, I know him as Scar. That is how I will always know him. Mel, every character is your husband or wife at this point. You're just that thirsty. Rinson, you'll be delighted to learn that the public facility's kinetic sensors have been updated, and it's been successfully reintegrated into our public convenience network, just in time for the upcoming Equinox Festival. I can state with confidence that you'll be hearing from us again. Let's go to the home base. Leona is not Scar. Okay, so there's multiple lion men. Okay, now let's... Yeah, here we go. The Canadian. The town with no cats. Muckingham, population 121,354. Cat population 0. That was the situation the sleepy seaside town of Muckingham found itself in for 3 long weeks. It became one of the oddest places on Earth. So this news article was from The Canadian. It's not necessarily from Canada, though. Oh, we get little trophies afterwards, and these are how we go into free play. Now, I'm real quick going to... Let's see, how much cash do I have? I have 600 bucks. We could get the Swirl Force, ideal for washing flat surfaces at short range. There's also nozzles. Hose that gnome. Sure, hang on. Let me put on the most powerful one. Hose the gnome. Can I throw? No. Oh. Yeah, I cannot throw the gnome. Okay, back to the shop. We could get the Swirl Force, which excels in short range. We cannot afford any of the higher level tools, though we could get some nozzles and extensions for the ones we have. Turbo nozzle, It's the same as the red, but it spins. Spin. Adaptable nozzle. Can be fine-tuned to the precise pressure desired relative to its to its area of effect. Interesting. I'm going to start by getting the Swell Force Surface. Because I want to know what it is. Let's not worry about an extension at the moment. I will get this nozzle, though. Yeah, this should be fine. I'm probably going to use Prime Vistas more than Urban X, just because range always matters to me. So, we now have this thing. We also have furniture unlocked via the furniture catalogue in the shop. Furniture? Oh boy. Okay. And these are using the points rather than the money. We could get the retro rug, the futuristic rug. We cannot currently afford the rustic shelving. And there is this abomination, the whimsical sofa. Stylish, cool, but prone to spillage, take the weight off in every sense with this sensational reimagined sofa unit. Oh. These are free, so I'll get them. Now then. Oh. Okay. It's a shower. It's a shower. Shower the kitty. Okay, hold E to enter placement mode. And then select a dirty furniture item for washing. Retro rug. Completely clean the dirty furniture item. Yeah? So I imagine this is how this thing's meant to be used, right? That rug has seen shit. Literally, son. Literally. This rug has seen some shit. Item cleaned. And now we can place it. Right over here. Why can I... Okay, hang on. There we go. Now for the sofa. I don't quite understand what is causing it to extend. I guess just having a surface that it can work on. But also this thing excels at flat surfaces, so it's struggling with the couch where it's got all sorts of not flats. Still, this thing is pretty fucking cool. I've gotta say. Okay, let's switch to an actually useful tool. Yeah. There we go. The camera does kind of freak out. Also, yes, that... I hate this! Okay, it's lined up to the wall now. But I cannot place it near the wall. That's as close to the wall as it can go. So you're not allowed to actually block the walls. Hold it from higher and it'll cover a larger area but less powerful. Potentially, yeah. Shower the gnome. Hold E to exit furniture placing mode. Okay. Hang on, no. There we go. Let's see if we can topple the gnome. We succeeded. The gnome has been toppled. He almost just stood on the hat there. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So I guess the developers just made the gnomes a generic cylinder object. Which is kind of hilarious. Kitties. Kitties. Okay. Our next job is at Power Falls, the campsite. Let's see. Let me know when you found the place. We've already headed for home. What? Oh, okay. So this is at the actual campsite itself, not like their camping gear. Camping is definitely not for us, and a pair of boggy sprogs and one grubby hubby were in no mood to hang about. No, know what I mean? Don't really know what else there is to say about it all. Suppose that the muck tells its own story, don't it? In we go. Now... Okay, holding it above the thing does literally nothing. We have to place it onto the thing. If it's not sat on the surface, it is doing nothing. Which is fine, because it's... Look at how efficient this is for large surfaces, right? Like, doing this with the actual regular washers, each of these stones would take probably twice as long. Yep. I like this thing. Also, that butterfly somehow managed to get underneath the washing thing. Surprising that the butterfly is okay. This is going to make floors so much better. Like, in the first game, you'd have areas with massive floors, and they would take you an eternity to do. This just... You just do it, and it's done. Look at how quick that is. Hell yes. Now, the corners are a bit of a hassle. But it's fine, because we can get into the corners. Oh, this... I think this is my favourite tool. Also, that's a real squelchy noise. Hang on, did I... I did get most of that block, okay. Just listen to that. it's it's gooey noises. Hang on. Hold 1 for the radial menu. Okay. The game is still giving me tutorials. Now, can I... Hang on. Equipment. How much does... Okay, it's 200 and 400 for the larger heads on this thing. Camping is something else, sir. It's almost like you're living in some lawless wilderness. Take this morning, for example. I thought I'd make us pots of delicious porridge to eat after mushroom picking in the woods. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Smart people do not go mushroom picking. Like, some smart people know what mushrooms are good. Most people should not. Most people should never touch mushrooms that haven't been specifically sold to them by a trusted source as edible mushrooms that should be cooked. Unfortunate thing with this is that it does have quite limited range. So, like, it does not reach the furthest. Yeah. I like that when you extend it, it's got a little max. Like, if you see, it turns, first the thing extends to red, and then there's max written on there. That's something that you would see on actual, like, actual objects. The real things designed to be used by idiots. Like, we want this to extend, but we want the idiots to not extend it so far that it breaks and then complain at us. How do we do this? Well, we make the thing red because that makes it look danger, and then we put in big, bold letters, Max. You will go out, pick a purple mushroom and eat it raw. Well, Mel's dead. I feel like that's a Stardew reference. But also just like, if a mushroom is any colour other than brown, I assume it is death. But hang on. Please wipe your paws. So this campsite has an actual dog bowl that just stays here, I guess, which is admirable. Ding 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 ding. Huh. Game thinks I'm washing the wall right now. But when we got back from our walk, all our porridge had been eaten, even though hubby likes his stone cold. Hang on. Well, we missed it, because the dialogue is not showing up in that menu. It is not a Stardew reference, okay. Then they question who is Max. Oh god. Who's Max and why is his name on my power washing tool? Yeah, Twitch ads do get in the way a little. I do not think I have a way to actually turn them off completely. I would if I did, if I could, because like I'm not seeking to earn money or anything with this. But I have not found a way to disable... Yeah, you cannot turn off Twitch ads, no. That's unfortunate. I mean, on the bright side, while I can't turn them off, it does mean I inadvertently gain a few cents a year, maybe? Maybe? I don't think I'm going to be earning any worthwhile amount. But yeah, I will have no comments about anyone having ways that they don't watch ads, because I don't care. God, I feel like I had a thought that I have now lost. The ads consume the screen and never let you go. Oh god. Is that a side effect of some sort of ad blocker, though? Like... Because I know Twitch has had a weird thing lately where... If I have my ad blocker turned on, then what it does instead of playing ads is just minimize the video to a corner of the screen and just put a big purple sign on the screen that just says ad break. So I imagine it's doing that to you, where it's like minimizing or shrinking the stream down to like a quarter of the screen or smaller. Okay, this thing can no longer reach the rest. Time for a new tool. Wait. I'm an idiot. Hang on. We have soap. Soap. There we go. Soap. You know, for some reason I'm just thinking I'm at soap. Why are you buying clothes in a soap store? It's just more soup. What do you mean you're at soup? Let's move the ladder over to that side so that I can actually reach this side. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you! God, that will just never leave my mind. It's a part of my life now. Climb. Nope. Ooh, we've got a little standing ladder. That's new. Etched into the fibre of your soul. It's become a part of my memes as the one, what's it called? Oh my god. Metal Gear, that. The memes make us who we are. Huh. It's a TF2 meme for you. Okay. The DNA of the soul, that's it. That's what it was. Memes are the DNA of the soul. And like... The statement is not entirely wrong. When you consider the actual terminology. Hang on. Okay. Anton is done. When you consider the actual terminology, yeah, the term meme just referred to something that lasted in memory. So, like, you'd have things were memetic, they were memorable, memory. So it's like that. It's kind of what it originally meant, but also just modern day is hilarious because of that absolutely not being how we use word. In chair. Nope. Okay, fine. We'll switch over to this. I will try not to shake the camera around like that. It's surely unpleasant for you. Come on, finish the chair. Why is the chair not done? What have I missed? Is there an... Oh, there's an underside. Okay. Yes, that axe is absolutely a flat surface. Yep. Yep. This axe's shadow is not touching it. Meme theory was comparing it to an idea that spreads and evolves like biological DNA, more or less. The theory is technically discounted, but I don't know why, because it seems pretty accurate. Yeah. It's discounted because it's something that people didn't find interesting. The circle tool makes you unhappy when used on not ground things. Yeah, because like you wouldn't think that would be how it should work, but it is, so I'm going to use it. Ding 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 ding. Big ding. Okay. Looks like that shed is all done. So now, a little seating area. Huh? Huh? The thing thinks I'm cleaning the ground underneath the bench. Oh. Oh. We got the bench for a moment. Okay. It's a revolutionary idea, but they need a little bit more work on refining how this tool detects what you're using it on. It's like, this is a little bit janky. Here we go. Come on. I have to get an angle where I'm not having the ground behind it. That's the only... Come on. Okay, it's kind of working. But now there's things behind it. Okay, okay, now it works. We were just too close. Hell yeah! Yeah, Mel, it's made for large, flat surfaces, as its description says. So I'm absolutely using it for what it's not intended for, but I also just find that hilarious. Yeah, like, it's not meant to be used on, like, this cooler, or these chairs. Even though the benches are large, flat surfaces. Okay, but it worked on the top of that one. Come on, finish the chair. Nope. Apparently we got the handle on the cooler box, though. It can do the box, it just doesn't like it. Okay, we'll finish the chair with proper tools that are meant for it. Unless... No, okay. We shall allow the disc to do its actual job of cleaning large surfaces. Ding ding ding. All the dings. Yes, these are surfaces. I said we would let it be used for large surfaces, and these are surfaces. Okay, the rest of this thing it probably doesn't want to clean. Except it apparently does. A real good job. Holy shit, this thing is powerful. Can I open the barbecue? No. I'm going to need the extensions on this. Like, this is going to be one of my favourite tools, I think. Okay. Back to regular tools now. I accidentally got that bench. things. Okay. We are making progress. What? I need to not have an extent. There we go. Not have an extension on here so that I'm actually able to do that part. Okay, so we need the cooler box itself. There we go. Another lantern, which is this one. And cabin roof trim. Did I not? I didn't do the underside of this one. Hell yeah! Is this spruce spring clean? Your friend Harper says you'd be up here for up for helping me out. My house is nothing short of a national disgrace. Hell yeah. Kitty. Kitty in the corner. Hang on. Hang on. Kitties. Yes. Yes, kitties. Okay. Hang on. Real quick. No, I cannot wander off. There's a gnome! Gnome just watching me in the distance. Well. This and to the Art Deco house. So this is Trilobite Lodge. Apologies for how filthy it is. I've just got back from a dig in Alaska to find the house looking like this, and my other half, Karen, apparently vanished into thin air. It wouldn't be the first time. Whenever she gets a whiff of anything interesting, that's her gone for months. Well... are we going to clean this thing and find a body inside? I can't open the door. Oh my god, that's a shiny thing. Doorbell cover. Okay. That's a very shiny doorbell cover. And the reflection on it is not this place. Huh. Well... okay. Oh. Scissor lift. Oh, there's Ulysses. Or maybe one of the other kittens. What the fuck? Huh? Is... Huh? Well... Let's not be up there. Something magic's happening. Big area, huh? Back door? Cannot open. Well, it's time for my best friend. This thing. With that previous job, can I afford a bigger head? Yes, the biggest. I need $13 more to be able to afford the longest extension as well. Hell yeah. Big. Probably should have mentioned that the house is directly underneath the beam's path, and in the firing line for the famous merman hum. Oh, right. In the first game, we, after cleaning a statue while a volcano's getting ready to erupt and destroy everything, the statue sends out a beam that leads us to a temple, which then sends out its own beam to prevent the volcano from, like, erupting. So that's one of those two beams. Unless I'm misremembering and there was only one beam. But yeah, in any case, that's a beam that has saved the world. Using this thing is kind of tricky. There's both range limitations and you've sort of got to make sure that any corners are accounted for. Like it gets jittery around the corners. It also sometimes just wants to clean the surface behind the surface you're looking at. That's unfortunate. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. So fucking awesome. Oh, come on, clean the window surface. It's a nice big surface for you. Yeah. We have enough. Hang on. Back to the shop. The longest extension. Really? That's the longest we've got? Well, it's something. Anyway, I feel like this thing just doesn't handle the walls well. So I'm going to use it for the floor. And then probably soap the walls. Like this thing is extremely efficient. Personally, I love the beam's gentle hum, but it drove Karen to distraction. Actually, maybe that's why she's not here. Yeah, because like this thing, it does not handle curves or corners. But we got the wall done, apparently. Okay, it is working. Yeah. Mel does have a desperation for soap, though. So we shall acknowledge that desperation once I have finished cleaning the ground. And we shall soap the walls. Actually, will soap now? Because then I can go around doing the floor, and that gives time for the soap to regenerate. Excellent. Excellent idea, Hound. Yes, very clever. Make proper usage of resources. Soap. Soap-a-dopa. I'm also just completely out of things to talk about. Oh, I've recently been playing a Metroidvania called Ender Lilies, Quietus of Nights. Just Ender Lilies for short. I have been enjoying that one. If you're a fan of Metroidvanias, it's a good one. It's mostly linear, really. Like, there's a couple of branching points, but it's still a good game. Controls feel tight. Story is very story. It's touching at points. Very sad at times. One of the boss fights has made me extremely sad because the boss is literally just a dog who does not attack you. Like, it's a boss fight. You get locked into the arena until the fight is done, but it is a dog and she does not attack you. At all. The only way to take damage from her is to run into her. She will not, she will not attack you at all. She walks up to you and then sits down. And if you walk away, she walks up to you again and sits down. And just... oh... That fight killed me. I was so sad. But at the same time, something that is revealed, like, in the intro cutscene, so I'm not going to be spoiling anything with this. All of the enemies in Ender Lilies are things, like people or animals, that have been basically infected by a magical plague that causes intense suffering and drives everything insane. So, like, the dog was infected and was suffering to be alive, so, like, that's a relief factor, I suppose. But still, like, she was such a good girl, infected with the thing that drove brave knights and heroes insane, and still just a friendly dog. And just, oh my god, she's such a good girl. Even better, every boss and mini-boss in that game, once you beat it, you unlock it as a summon that you can have with you. So I now have a dog, basically. Like, release dog from existence of suffering, acquire dog. But yeah, like, that... when you are thinking about the depths of that game, it has depth. Can definitely make you very sad. Yeah, now I am completely out of things to talk about, unfortunately. I do not live an exciting life. Like, I work 5 days a week. My job is not worth talking about. I stream one day on a weekend, and then the other day of the weekend I do nothing. So my life does not have much going on for talking points. Got a shiny Riolu. Riolu is nice. I like Lucario as a concept. It's an interesting thing. I don't really know why. Like, it just appeals to me as a Pokemon. Yeah, I guess because dog. We should have soap back. Yes. The bar is saying no, but the soap says yes. Now the... Okay. Okay, hang on. Let's actually use this thing. There we go. Use this thing for non-soap, and see if that is what causes the soap to replenish. Ding. Doggo ding. New job is available. Suddy rich, fancy as a fancy shot at the movie business. Our star dog needs a good washing down before tomorrow's shoot. Star dog, you say? That looks like a car to me. There we go. God, every panel of this window is going to be its own thing, right? Yes, okay. Those were the only... Okay. It's not as many panels on this window as I thought. There's just a big one for the corner. There we go. Yeah, soap works very well in this game. Ding, 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 ding. All the dings. We got more soap? We've got more soap. I like the soap replenishing. Like, that's one of the best changes. Nobody likes consumables in their casual games. Nobody. Ding, yes, ding. Ding indeed. PowerWash Simulator shall add dong. We shall have ding and dong. No, Mel, not that type of dong. I preempt it because I know exactly what you're going to think. The soap automatically cleaning off any surface that is already clean is amazing. It makes it so clear what needs doing. Well, that's out again. Hose it down. Little bits that I've missed. Oh! There we go. Had to get that frame done. There's more on this roof. Yes. Yes. Also, no, Mel. I am not going to draw anything in the soap. Esoteric things that take too long for chat. That's pretty much everything though, right? Like, most things in life are just esoteric things that take too long to describe. Ding. Soap time? Soap time! All the soap. Yeah. The one downside of soap automatically clearing off the cleaned things is I will sometimes see something and think, did I put soap there? Did I? Who knows? The game probably does, but I don't. Not drawing anything, not even a puppy. No. I don't art. I really don't art. I am considering at the moment, though, doing a stupid thing where I'm considering commissioning each of my friends who does do art to do a single emote for me, and I will also do one. So we would wind up with a bunch of different styles, and one that is just garbage, which will be mine. So that's something I'm considering. First I've got to actually work out, what sort of... That'd be a commission you'd actually do. Hell yeah! But yeah, I've got to work out what sort of emotes I would actually want. Honestly, I've been avoiding it, but I might wind up having my little like random avatar thing that Mel designed ages ago. Hang on. Wait, where's the beam gone? Something changed. Oh god. Wasn't that beam keeping the volcano in check? That's a concern. But yeah, so I may wind up just taking the character that Mel designed for my birthday present, and just use that as an avatar, I think. Have like little cheer heart and such. Just like the generic things that every streamer has, really. Because I don't have any, like, unique things that we would want as emotes, I think. But yeah, like, so I'm considering, like, commission each of my friends who does art, get one emote from each of them, do one of them myself. Okay, first step, work out what emotes I would want done. Second step, work out how many friends I have who do art and actually take commissions. Because, like, Sun Mel, that's 2. I think I have a third friend who does art. I don't know if they do commissions, though. Or I should say, I have a third friend who does art. I don't know if they still do much art, or if they do commissions. I don't know. You don't normally do commissions, but you would for that. Yeah, I appreciate that greatly. And it will of course be proper commissions as well. Like, it's with my friends, yes, but I do not skimp on my friends. I will pay. So that's another thing that I have to work out, like, whose rates are what. Yeah, it's a lot of things that I have to work out. But, like, it's something I should work out sooner than later, because, like, I've got a couple of people who are subscribed to me. Like, I believe it's all primes, right? And you guys should be getting emotes for that. It's a lot to work out, though. Like, I am an indecisive person. Just, what do I want? How do I want it? Do I actually have opinions? What emote would I make? Emote? That doesn't sound right. That's a concerning phrase. Online friends, emotes. Australian friends online. Mate. Yeah, but what emote would I make, though? Like, because it'd have to be something that is fine not being amazing, right? Because it will be trash. Make a poll, put it up for like 5 ideas and let chat decide. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, son. Derpy things can be even more beloved. I may do like a cheer. Like, I might make the cheering one. Because it's straightforward. Like, not everything I make is automatically awful. Like, the little bone that I use for the stream points, that's something I made myself in, like, 20 minutes. And I made, like, 3 versions of it. So I'm not always garbage. It worked out decently. Up we go. Please. Up we go. It is time. The disc returns. Woof, says Mel. Woof indeed. Jeff Jefferson! How do, Dirtfinder? It's been a while. I have a big job for you. Giant, in fact. A billboard with the greatest announcement in the history of our country. County. County, not country, county. Jeff put up a billboard that got in the way of the beam, didn't he? Jeff Jefferson ruins everything. As presidents and mayors and all public officials do. If they represent the government, they are a problem. Mostly because the people who manage to represent the government are always very selfish. But yeah, rather than a poll might not be the worst idea now, but rather than like a stream poll, probably a Discord one. Whenever you look up what governments have done, it's always bad. Yeah, it's always God damn it! Stop falling. Oh god. Well, that's a quick way to have the thing go down. But yeah, Discord polls much better, because they give lots of time. But yeah, so at the moment I'm thinking heart, cheer, cry. Honestly, maybe just an emote that says woof. Like, that could just be a thing. Like, it would be the stupidest. I don't think I would commission anyone to do that. You don't think you can make a Discord poll? No, you probably cannot, because in Discord you only have regular member permissions. I'll work out a way to make a Discord poll, though. Like, because it doesn't need to be done this stream, right? I know Discord polls can be done. I think there's some sort of bot involved in it. But I'll work that out. Yeah, you are not a mod. You are a stream moderator for killing the bots and being able to post links. Actually, I think I have fixed it now so that anybody can post specifically Twitch clip links. I think I've got that fixed so that if someone who isn't a mod makes a clip, they can actually post the link to it. It should still block other links. But, yeah, because that was kind of annoying when the thing would, Nightbot would automatically block people trying to share clips of this stream. Squelchy, squelchy, squelchy. There was one earlier that had a link but removed the X. Yeah. Yeah, they find ways around it that don't technically make links. So the automated link killing bots don't realize that it's there. Yeah, there's always people finding ways around it. Which is why Mel is here. I have need of a person to kill the bots. Yeah, this thing is not meant for walls. It is for floors, and not even corners of the floors. Yeah, okay, so what are we thinking? Cheer, heart, cry, maybe woof. I would make that one myself. It would literally just be bold print saying woof. Because I don't think... I can't think of an option to have an emote that would have a character saying woof and still have it both legible and look good. Hot? Hot what, Mel? Hot what? Just saying woof. Hot emote. Yeah, like a hound hot emote. What, just like sweating? That could be a thing. I don't know if it would really see any use. Except maybe by you, when you constantly call characters hot, I guess. I don't know what else I would do. Hound, this thing is not made for walls. Users it on walls. Yeah. Look, I feel a need. A need to clean the walls with the disc thing. Because they're big flat surfaces. Now it's ones like this where it gets weird. Because it's... yeah, it's ones like this, because there's a surface behind this dirt that the thing wants to kill. Kill? Okay, clean. Yeah, like there's a surface behind it that the thing wants to clean, so it doesn't actually get the dirt on the thing. But walls like this, where there's no surface behind the wall, these ones work. I need to not have the extension on here. Ding! God, I could have a ding emote. Just like a bell with ding beside it or above it somewhere. Just ding. All the ding. All the ding, 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 ding. Get me back up there. Yeah, I think using this one I actually prefer not using the free cam. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this thing's not going to work for this section of walls. It is time for soap. Ah. time to soap. Could be an animated emoji. Ooh, that's right. Those are things. Are animated emotes a limited thing, though? Like, can any subscriber use an animated emote? Or is it only, like, if you're a like tier 2 subscriber or something? Because I do not expect to ever have tier 2 subscribers. Reasonably speaking, the only subscribers I should ever have are people who have Amazon Prime and thus Twitch Prime, and nowhere else that they want to use it. Up to me? Okay, cool. Yeah, we could probably have an animated ding then. That would cost me more to get made, though, I feel like. Like, I have money, but I'm not rolling in it. So I probably regular emotes for now. All the little spots. Out, damned spot. Take off the extension, I think. Soap. Soap the bug. Whoa. Got some hops there. Have you shown me Lizzie? Probably not. You have many characters that you have made. You have shown me many, I do not remember all of them. You have? Okay. Then I simply do not remember. In Discord, I assume you mean, Mel? Oh, right, the pony thing that you sent to me. I don't think you ever told me a name for it. You should, son. You should share your art. Allow your creations to be known. We're almost out of soap again. which will mean that it will be time to hose down. There it is. Get those tiny little spots. Oh wow, this is all coming off even on the widest nozzle. It's okay, peeps. Data suggests that all is well on Mount Rushless. No seismic activity whatsoever. Well, that's good. Oh, Leonard. Aunt Doris is around with meatloaf. Oh. Just get this corner. There we go. So this window is done. That's a whole lot of stuff to do there. Her name is Lizzie, she's a dinosaur, and she says raw. Okay. Lizzie certainly sounds special. Fuck. Ladder. Bring me ladder. We go up. I did not get any of that roof section, huh? Well, that's fine. By the time I'm finished with the wall, the soap should have replenished somewhat. Anyway, I'm sure we've got an art channel in the Discord, so you can share things there, Mel. We are making progress. This will probably be the... Oh my god, yeah. This is probably going to be the last one that we clean on stream today. Because we've got an hour left and it's still a lot. I am doing no such thing, Mel. I am removing it from the walls. Oh god. Ladder. Here. We... Okay, there is this whole front section, and then it's up there. This section. This section. Okay, let's do this first. Sort of the lower section I'm going to go for. Oh. Eh. Let me up. Let me up. There we go. It does kind of look like bird shit. You're right there. Feck. Come on. No. Hop. Hop. There we go. There we... Fuck. Let me up. Let me up. Yeah. There we go. Yes. Okay. Fuck. I can do this. Parkour. Parkour engaged. We do not have an extension on right now, so this is just an awkward corner. Fuck it. Use the thing behind me? This? I mean, I could. I could use the scaffolding. But that would be too easy. It would make sense. We know that I can't have that. Can't go being sensible. Oh, just missed a spot. There we go. And then... hose it down. Ding. Oh, more ding. I apparently hadn't finished that one. Get the outer lip there. Okay, and then it was around the front. Yes. Do we even need to wash the soap off? Look at this, it looks perfect. Perfectly white. No dirt at all. Someone will notice, yeah. Yeah, someone would notice that the walls are all goopy and dripping. And it will wash off when it rains, that's true. Which honestly is fine, because we've seen that once the soap washes off, all the dirt does as well. So once it rains, all the soap goes and leaves the wall sparkling clean. It's brilliant. It totally doesn't have any way that it would dry out, surely. It is almost time for us to raise to the next level. Which actually isn't that much higher, because it's just the balcony that's around the corner, really. Ding, ding, ding. Shit. Ladder. Fuck. Okay. Now, into this. Start with soaping the walls. Hop and hop. A gun? What do you mean, Mel? What? There is no gun. You are imagining things in your paranoid, crazy state of mind. The telescope looked like a gun. I think that's a you thing, Mel. Oh, soap's out. Well, let's do the floor. Extendo. Jesus, there's a massive size difference there. Corner. Spots that I apparently went over too quickly. Left spots behind. You must go slow. Slow and steady. Almost done with the floor of the balcony. There we go. Can I do the tabletop as well? Sort of. This does not work very well. Oh well. We have some soap back. I don't know how much. Not a lot, it seems. The bar is almost empty again. There we go. The soap is really satisfying though. Like, just slathering it onto an entire surface, like covering a wall in it, and then hosing it down and it just being clean underneath. It is really satisfying. Lethal Company's a thought, though. I think that's one of the few friend slot games that I have actually found fun. It's probably not as good as Repo for me. But it is one that I did enjoy some. Plus, as far as I know, well, no, okay, no, never mind. I was going to say there's no enemy that requires you to be quiet, which is boring when you're playing with friends, but there is the dogs. Soap? God, my computer screen is dirty. And I'm constantly seeing, like, spots and going, I need to get that, but then it's just on the screen. It's unfortunate. Ba-ding! Ba-ding! Big ding. Telescope next. Let's use a smaller head, or nozzle rather. The lens is filthy. You wouldn't see anything through that. Apparently missed a lot on this thing. Hell yeah. These are some fancy chairs. Look at that. That's an interesting design. Yes. 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 The balcony is almost clean. It's just this table now. The balcony shall be cleansed. I wish I could move these chairs out of the way. There we go. Now then. The next layer. That's fair, Mel. It is certainly getting late for you. We don't have that much stream left anyway. I'll probably just go until this clean is done. But yeah, you go sleep. Sleep well. Some cushions would make those chairs look comfy. Yeah, especially on the back, I think. 2:30 AM. Jesus fucking Christ, Mel. Oh god. Are my streams that late for everyone? Like, I can make them earlier if this is a problem for everyone. Like, it's a thing I can do. It's on the weekend for me, so I've got time. It is also 2:30 for Amy. God. 12:30 AM for Sun, and it works. Okay. Okay. So long as it's something that is actually not terrible for everyone, then that's fine. I guess people there will always be people who are up extremely late. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it'd be... I think when I chose my stream time, I was sort of aiming for a time that would be reasonable for Europe, because a fair few people that I know are from Europe, but it's worked out that all the friends that are from America have, or the US and Canada, North America, everyone from there has come here instead. You've just heard from Sonia. The beam's gone because someone stole the merman's gems. Horrible news. Just gaming and listening. Yeah, that's pretty much how I use all streams and videos and everything. Like, it's all just background for me while I play games or read. Yes, you go sleep, Mel. Sleep, sleep. Yeah. What is everyone else playing? Like, I've been playing a lot of Metroidvanias lately. I'm probably going, like, after the one that I'm playing right now, I think I might move on to the Crisis trilogy. Because I picked that up for extremely cheap amounts. But what is everyone else? Amy is playing War Tales, and Sun is playing Nimrods. I feel like Nimrod sounds familiar, but I cannot think of what it is at all. War Tales, I do not even recognize the name of. Um, is it one of the Tales games? Like Tales of Symphonia and everything? Or is it just happening to have a similar name? Because I feel like it's just a similar name, right? When you hear of Nimrods, you think of the X-Men villain. Survivors like action roguelike persistent map. Ooh. And your upgrades will make a singular gun progressively more ridiculous. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Just go around the map, get different parts of the meta progression. That sounds like something I could definitely enjoy, I think. And yeah, it's just a similar name, fair enough. You cannot expect everything that has the word Tales in it to be a Tales of game. Would be about as ridiculous as when the creators of Candy Crush decided to try and raise a lawsuit against Banner Saga for having the word Saga in the title. That was absolute insanity. Turn-based strategy game where you take that takes place in a kind of medieval setting where you're building your own merc company. Oh, that sounds familiar actually. I didn't recognize the name, but the gameplay sounds familiar. Is it a like not exactly multiplayer, but is it like a does it have a potential for co-op where you can have like people controlling a few of your starting company members? And then, like, as the company grows, you can assign new members to different players. Nimrod's very challenging at first, but you start to unlock more and more, and it gets crazy. Yeah, that I feel like that's how all Survivor runs go. Like, it starts out challenging, and then as it develops and you get more things, it just becomes busted. For those types of games, I am personally fond of the term bullet heaven, because they often have builds where you wind up just launching out endless walls of bullets, essentially, and it sort of counterpoints to bullet hell games. I have also just heard of them as survivors games. I think one person I've seen has referred to them as busted build games, where the entire point of the game is just to find builds that are absurd combos. Can be played multiplayer. You and your friend have been taking different roles. You focus on the Vanguard while he's on the Ranger and Rogue support. Okay. Yeah, because I guess having specific roles that you focus on is it's a strategy thing that actually exists in strategies, right? Like, you will have specialists even in command roles. But when he's not around, you play on a solo file. Yeah, fair enough. Can't always be in multiplayer modes. You think you call it Survivor likes because you were one of the community helpers for Vampire Survivors from before it blew up. Yeah, that makes sense. You're in the credits because of that? Hot damn! That's actually pretty cool to be in the credits of that. Come on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think a lot of small teams, like indie dev teams, I feel like they do often turn out to be pretty good people. Small teams especially so, even more so than like single devs, because when they're working on their own, they don't need any sort of teamwork. But if it's a small team, then you need everyone to be getting along. Spray that. There we go. Just started on Vampire Survivors. Ooh, okay. That's exciting. Played a lot of games inspired by it and never looked at the original. Yeah, like... Yeah, you will find the original so good. Like, even after a long time. Like, you'll keep finding more to it. Like, the devs put a lot of work into it. I don't even know if they've stopped yet, or if they're still making more for it. Yeah, there's a reason that it has inspired many things. They are still going, oh god. Have they started making, like, actual DLC at this point, or is it just extra releases? Because, like, at some point they need to start making it actual DLC so that they can... They have DLC. Okay, good. Because there's a point where it's like, yeah, free updates are amazing, but also there has to be DLC for these amazing games, because the devs cannot live forever on the money from the original sales. Like, it's a massive point of contention. Games where publishers say, make more DLC, suck. Games where the developers have put a lot of heart and soul into it and say, we need to turn this release into a DLC, that's great. I kind of like how PowerWash Sim 1 did it, where all of the original content for the game that they designed and everything, it was all free releases, but then anything that was a crossover with another thing, those were all paid DLC. So, like, if you wanted to do the Shrek-themed missions, you had to pay for that. Because I'm sure that the devs probably also had to pay for that. Like, they probably had to pay for the rights to have Shrek-themed things, right? But yeah, like, it always basically just works out for me. Like, if it's a decision the publisher made, it's a bad decision. If it's a decision the developers made, it's a great decision. Like, real good games like PowerWash Sim, Vampire Survivors, they're all games that I think wholeheartedly deserve the cost. Like, the devs deserve the money they get from that. And I'm now missing only a path. What path am I missing? It's over here. I accidentally opened the Steam interface. Ah. Hell yeah! Complete! Mission complete! On really fun things about Vampire Survivors... one really fun thing about Vampire Survivors is that while none of the sprites were stolen, some of them were still so close to Castlevania originally that he changed them to stop getting people thinking he had stolen them. And when it became so big that he could quit his job and live off of it, and got Castlevania to actually cross over with him. Hell yeah. I feel like Castlevania's... like, the people who have any rights for Castlevania always seem real cool for having any expansion to it. Like... they love crossing over with people. It's just a step different from how Warhammer does it, where it seems like Games Workshop will literally just say, oh, you've got a sci-fi idea? Here, make it Warhammer instead. Here's the, like, design books that you need to be able to make it fit the Warhammer setting. Like, pay us a bit for the to call it Warhammer, and people will love it. You'll sell it for twice as much, which is fucking wild. Like, actual Warhammer figures and such, insane, overpriced, horrible. Warhammer video games? If you're making a sci-fi game and you talk to Games Workshop, it becomes a Warhammer game. But yeah, they want to spread Warhammer everywhere, but they, as you say, son, they're problems. Started to DMCA cosplayers. Jesus. They're trying to get rid of their old fans because old fans know how to just custom print stuff. Jeez. Licensing company more than a producer too. Yeah. Okay. Excellent job, Sprucey. I can see why Harper recommended you. Spotless house, hum reduced to 0. Now all I need is to find out what Karen's up to. Back to home base. Timing's working out pretty damn well here, actually. The gnome fell over! No! Any new furniture that we could buy? Yes. Lots of new furniture. Fancy table, fancy rug, a whimsical lamp. Let's get that lamp. Honestly, let's just get everything. Let's see. What else? Cosmetics? There are no cosmetics available to purchase. Outfit cosmetics? There are outfit cosmetics available. Different colours of mask. Different jumpsuit colours. They call them overalls, but this is absolutely a jumpsuit. Different glove colours. And boot colours. Different colours of van. Okay, we've got 10 minutes, so... There we go. Let's just clean some furniture for a little. But yeah, Games Workshop is big problems with how they deal with everyone, really. And at the same time, they seem to want anything sci-fi to be made into a Warhammer thing. Which creates even more problems, because then they want control over that. Basically, screw all publishers. Publishers should really just, like, say, here's the money, give us, like, 5% when it sells. Or, like, here's the money, once it starts selling, give us 50% until it pays back the money we've given you, and then 5% after. Yeah, the good publishers you never hear about, because they've done the right thing and not interfered. I'm struggling with controls. Like, I'm sure I've seen publishers that I approve of. Because, like, there've been games I've got on Steam where I go, oh, these have the same publisher, cool. And I didn't realise that those games had a publisher, and those publishers I approve of. I cannot think of who they are, though, which further highlights your point. Double Fine, I think, are a decent one. Like, I don't know if Double Fine is an amazing, perfect publisher, but I think they're decent, at least. Huh. I cannot place the table on top of the rug. That's unfortunate. Devolver is good, yeah. Paradox, no. Paradox is a money-making machine. I used to think Paradox was pretty cool, but then it started just releasing a million different DLCs for everything. And, like, now, like, if you want all the DLC for one of the for any Paradox game, it'll cost you $1,000. Ding. It's kind of fancy lamp. Let's put this over here. Okay. So we have completed 4 levels today. The next would be the dog car. But time's almost up, we've got 5 minutes, so I don't think I'm going to start a new one yet. Oh my god, there's a cat pillow. I love it. They've got some good decorations here. Anything over here? I wish I had a way I could zoom in. Switches. Kitty. Yes, kitties. Yeah, Paradox just makes endless DLCs, yeah. Also, yeah, like, the DLC is never even that great value. Like, it's gotten to the point where, like, Stellaris is probably giving out putting out DLCs where it's like $20 for one extra thing. Like, it's a new race, but it's just this race with one quality that's got this race instead. $20. Just fuck that. Hydration time. Ugh. Oh god. Ugh. I have had no water in this entire time we were streaming. Whoops. Okay. Anyway, yes, it was very nice to see you again. Hopefully you will be doing better going forward. Like, even not being able to be here, I'm just hoping that you will be doing better. But it was good to see you in chat. So, with that, I'm just going to wrap up. If I can get my mouse out of the screen, there we go. Let's go through the usual wrap-up. If you have enjoyed, I have a Discord channel. This is where I make my announcements when I'm going live, what I'm planning to play, or if anything is going to keep me from going live. It is also where you can make requests. If there is anything that you want to see me play, that's where you can suggest it. I also have a YouTube channel where I put all of my VODs. Twitch will keep them for about 2 weeks. After that, they are only available on YouTube. So if you want to go back to see some of my old streams of PowerWash 1, then that is where you'll find them. With that, thank you very much for being with me today. Have a good one.